to another JMK Productions movie review. Today I will be talking about A Quiet Place. So let's get Quiet Place is a movie based around one family in a world that is overrun by monsters that are extremely susceptible to sound. And the movie is a thriller that just follows the family around, and you see their life and they struggle to remain silent so they do not get attacked by these monsters. It's extremely intense and stressful from the minute the movie starts, which is pretty cool because like you are on your seat in every scene because they have to be quiet and they're tiptoeing and absolutely everything, so you're always worried that they're going to make too much noise and alert the monsters. The movie focuses basically on like the family and the need to survive by the monsters. From the start of the movie, like you understand what the threat is. Like the threat is established that the monsters can hear, and you see the family and like the way they act and what they do to prevent making noise. And so you know right away like the whole movie plot in the very cool how the family uses sign language and body language to communicate, and how they adapt to this world. Like they play like board games, but they use like fabric instead of pieces. They don't use like shoes. They walk on sand sometimes, like to eliminate like the crackling of like leaves and stuff. And they do a good job of like adapting to the situation instead of like normal films. That's one of the things I liked about this movie was like normal horror films, like everyone in the movie is just doing stupid stuff. Like you're like, wow, you ran into the woods with a broken leg instead of running to like the city where, you know, every decision they make is dumb. But in this movie, you see like the intelligence of this family, and obviously this family has survived because they let you know that it's day 89. So we're not seeing like the beginning, like the mass hysteria where everybody's dying and everyone's trying to figure things out. You see this family that has adapted, that knows what they're doing, which means that they are smart and they have figured it out. Things I didn't like about the movie, I felt like there were just a few plot holes, like a few things that we didn't get to learn about, a few things that weren't explained very well. I mean, the movie is basically just jumped right into like the middle of the crisis instead of like the beginning, and it doesn't really give you a background too much about the beginning. So we only really get to learn about what the family learns during the movie, or what they already know, kind of, based off their actions. And we just have to assume like all these things about them. Like they never explain like how they get the resources. I mean, I think they kind of hint at that they use solar panels for their power, but they have power, which means that they don't have a generator because that would make noise. They have like military weapons, and they just have an abundance of food, and it doesn't really explain how they got that or anything like that. So I mean, that was kind of annoying. But other than that, I thought it was it was very well acted. I mean, the intensity of the scenes were very well displayed by the actors, and I thought that the plot. This time ever, we're going to be having another opinion on these reviews. So, Fish, tell us what you think.
How's it going?
Tell us about what you think about the movie A Quiet Place.
Honestly, the movie started out, and I couldn't really tell what was going on because they weren't talking, and they didn't really explain anything. But as the movie progressed, and when the youngest child was killed, it kind of explained, you know, the stress of their situation, I guess.
Thank you, Fish. What did you think about like the lack of explanation of like the whole situation that they were in?
I thought it was rough at first, and again until the youngest child was killed, it wasn't really explained. But from then on, you know, you kind of got a sense of the situation that they were in, and, you know, what they needed to overcome.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's great to be on the show.
It's great to be on the show. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
It was a pretty good movie. It's a simple thriller, and it doesn't try to do like too much other than be the thriller. It doesn't try to overstep its boundaries, and the good acting really makes the movie. So I will give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.